think it'd be one of the harder ways of griefing and getting
I
punished.
can get the dialogue.
So
I'm trying to get
Let me log in.
Oh,
so you
I
can
got
choose
it.
me
I
for-
got it. No, I got it. I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna use my body again. Subtle.
I'm through with it tonight.
Okay. Wagner's was better anyway. He had a better body.
What?
the little Noth help.
To be honest,
Okay.
without you,
So if you want to like
Yeah, it would've
start
been
ZA
useless.
solo,
That's true. The curse helps.
you just gotta press the raid macro, time it, talk to him as you enter a raid, and then you'll
Dude, in comp.
once you have like that dialogue choice, you need to do the raid
Noth
macro
had-
again, and as
instead
you're
of
in a
ads, they,
raid
like,
from the
teleport
macro,
people
you
and
click
AoE
the
on them.
dialogue box too. So it's like two different
No?
times you need to be in a raid.
Pretty sure we killed Noth in like sub 1 minute.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I forgot
We just
these
figured it
like
out.
aggro at different
We just
times.
figured it out tonight that there's
New never before seen mechanic.
yeah, it's not even on the wiki, dude.
Yeah, fucking like arcane mages and they can't be taunted and shit. It was crazy.
Weird.
imagine if we like unlocked a secret mound or something that was never before achieved because no one knew.
Nobody's ever made it to phase 2 of Noth before.
I always wonder that in video games. Like, I love in video games when like designers put in like secrets for like the community to find. But it's always got me to wonder like how many games are out there with like secrets that people
A
never
ton.
found that they never like, because you'd think like if you're a developer and you added some secrets, like would you tell the community after a certain amount of time or give them hints?
So here's a little hype, right? This is nearly the same level, but this is what got me into like some form of developing, at least when I was younger. I used to make UMS maps for Brood War, and that was like my thing. And every once in a while, like in one of my maps, I'd put like what you're saying is like one of those secrets. So to trigger it, the event would have to be like you bring a scourge or something to like a perfect pixel on a map to be able to like trigger, whatever cheat it was or whatever per se.
Yeah.
And there's no chance, like almost no chance that anyone would get that right. 7 years later, someone DM'd me and they're like, "Hey, did you know if you do this in your map, it gives you like Dead or Alive?" And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
I'm like, no way, dude. Like, there's no shot you found that.
Funny.
And it was when they did StarCraft Remastered, and someone like,
You like ported it or something?
yeah, they like ported all of our like, because we're like a bounding community, so we have like a ton of maps all together that we archive. So someone like took the archive and then switched it over to the Reforged or whatever StarCraft it was. You know what I mean? Like StarCraft Remastered.
That's awesome.
So they found it like so many years later, and I was like, how did you even think of that?
Yeah, like I remember Destiny was a really good game where they would have like, well, they had a lot of really like cool secrets like that, and some of them wouldn't be found out like in their raids most of the time. It would take like a couple months. Like people always knew their secrets, so there was always like a community searching for them. But I remember there were like a couple theories on like, I think it was the very first Destiny 1 raid where there's like some portals off in the distance and you could like, they always had like hidden jumping puzzles and stuff. You could reach this portal, but people could never figure out how to activate it. I don't think it ever got activated, but in the back of my head, I'm like, that portal probably goes somewhere. People just never figured it out. No one.
Some of the things they put in there and they don't have a use, right? And then people are
Sure.
like trying every which way possible to make it work. And
Dude, that's like Ashbringer from Vanilla. I don't know if you guys know about that, but like since Ashbringer was in the game files, everybody thought there was like a way to get it, but it was just a secret. And so there's this whole like Ashbringer community like trying to find any clue they could in the game to like find Ashbringer. And like the best lead was that you would get it by fishing in like a certain place in like Eastern or Western Plaguelands, one of the two. And so there were people who spent like hundreds and hundreds of hours like fishing there trying to get Ashbringer, and it ended up it just like wasn't even in the game, obviously.
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
mean, a lot of these things are like gaming urban legends from like early 2000s and earlier are a case of it's more fun to just talk about it. Even
Yeah.
like a lot of people implicitly, it's like kind of like an unspoken thing of like they know it's not really there, but the community around it is fun to be a part of. So it's still like people will just hang around to like just keep the interest of it going. Like the same thing happened with Shadow of the Colossus. If you guys played that, where the 13th Colossus was never in the game, but it just became a fucking like internet urban legend that that it's somewhere there and people just like haven't found it, right? Or like with Donkey Kong 64, that game does like rainbow coins instead of like stars or golden spatulas, right? Rainbow coins are just like one of the currencies in DK64, and for the longest time there were like obviously multiple different speedrun categories,
Special coming.
and randomly like maybe like 5 years ago or something, people just found a
Oh
golden
wait,
coin in
DPS
a
trinket
random
from
patch of
Triumph
grass that
Emblems
nobody,
again? Oh,
literally
sorry, I missed that
nobody
earlier.
anywhere on the internet had ever found before, like just completely undocumented. So at like on the spot, every single
Yeah,
100%
it's
speedrun of DK64 got invalidated because there was
it's
just a
really good
collectible
if
that
you can use
nobody
all
in the
that
world had
hit
found
and like
randomly
trade
somehow.
that hit on your gear
You
for
can imagine,
stir,
dude. God damn
or
it,
if
dude! I
like
was
you
number
just
one, and
like
this guy
have no
did
way
like
to
a
get that hit
9-hour
in
run, and
any
he
way.
found one gold coin, and he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of like
Special
okay,
coming.
think
Damn, he
of like
stacked
the
it like
happy
crazy
face
that
of the
time. Holy shit.
Puritan or
Okay.
whatever. Like I'm
I gotta
sure
be a
there's a
little
bunch of
more
that kind
careful.
of stuff that's never been uncovered. People just like, kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, their little secret.
Oh wait,
But
what
I'm
happened?
curious, like,
Oh, at
and
30
I'm
second
sure there's
ID,
not
I
a
was like
ton,
spamming.
but I'm curious, like,
I
how
wasn't
much
paying attention.
content hasn't been uncovered that's like
Okay.
an
So we just
actual
can't use AD if the
like
stacks
something
get
that
that
might
high.
change the gameplay, whether it be like a weapon or something.
I forgot about that. I haven't
Like
done this boss since
in
phase 1.
Destiny, for example, you would do a lot of
I was
hidden
like,
stuff, and
he
you would
doesn't
get
seem to
like
really be doing
exotic
much damage.
weapons.
And that
Well, the
is,
one guy
once he
got
gets those
the one
stacks,
guy
it's
got
pretty
that
nuts.
item, right? Like that would there was two cases of it. One of them got the necklace, like the artifact necklace or whatever from Molten Core, and he was not meant to get it. And he ended up
I
like
just gotta
quitting the
pay a
game
little
and
more
like
attention.
just not selling his account or something. And that account could have been worth like a shit ton. Obviously, they could
What are you
tell if he
talking
sold
about?
it. Like so in Molten Core, there was an item, like a legendary item that dropped. That was
Yeah.
not. It was like for. It was like for the quest for Thunder Fury or something.
It's like a
originally.
legendary neck, I think.
Yeah, there was
Gave
one.
you
It was
like 3 arcane damage on hit or something. Something
you get
weird
it?
like
there was
that.
a different one too. There was
It dropped
two. So there was
from
that and then-
Gar. It dropped from Gar. It wasn't supposed to be on his loot table, but like one person, I think in Curse, got it. And
Oh,
they were the
wow.
only one that ever got it, because then Blizzard realized it was mistakenly on the loot table, but they got to keep it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they had originally planned for Thunder Fury to have a different quest line. So there was 2 items, that necklace there, and then like another one that people got that they should not have got. Like they
Tier 2 originally dropped in MC also, so early MC clears, some people had like a bunch of tier 2 pieces, like besides Rag, obviously. Like it was dropping tier 1 and tier 2, and then Blizzard was like, wait, we should probably put that in the next raid.
I love that kind of shit though. Like I remember, because I was playing when Diablo 4 dropped. I was playing that for a few weeks, and I'd never played any of the Diablo levels, but I guess the other Diablos have like a hidden cowl level or some shit.
Yep.
So everyone was like theorizing like, oh, there's gotta be like a hidden cow level. There's a whole Discord. I even joined.
Is there not
it
one in
'cause
D4?
No, not
There
yet.
will be someone. They'll
What?
find it. They'll find it.
So the
Because
community.
even in StarCraft, one of the like to show the entire map, one of the cheat codes is there is no cow level.
Well, so
Yeah.
there's
Like to win or something.
people have like data mine like certain items that they're pretty sure it's like how you access it, but they don't have all the details yet, and I don't know. I was following the Discord for a while, but there's so many posts, but it's so funny watching different YouTube videos of like people theorizing. I'd go to their Discord and there's like someone, so like Diablo 4 is kind of like open world. I don't know if you guys have played it. It's kind of like a whole continent or whatever,
Yeah.
bunch of different regions. And someone someone literally mapped the location of every single cow because there's a bunch of just like random cows all
That's
throughout.
ridiculous.
That's awesome.
There's like 2,000 cows, and they
I
like
love that.
pinpointed. It's just like the theories. People are like, I went and I slaughtered every single cow. Like, it's just the most wild fucking theories and shit. But
Well,
know.
think about the original ones, right? Like, so Diablo 2 and like D3 and stuff, it took a while to figure them out. The Staff of Herding was a little bit easier in Diablo 3 because it had a recipe that dropped. You know what I mean? So it's like easier to understand. Where to find the items took a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, some of those things are pretty crazy. But what's funny about like Diablo 3 also is where you spawn in the cow level is like the first place you go through. Like,
Oh,
you leave the
really?
first town and go outside to like fight monsters, and it's like the first place is right there. So everyone passed it. No one knew it existed for like the longest time.
That's crazy. Yeah, I
And it's
love
just like
that.
a
Love
cow's,
that
like it was
kind of
just like
stuff.
like a dead cow, like a corpse of a cow, like a skeleton of a cow or whatever, next to like a pit. Like, so you would never know, right?
Yeah, I mean the D2 one wasn't it? You put a word's third leg in Toma portals or something in the cube.
And then if someone killed the queen or whatever, the king or whatever, it would like make it so you can never open the portal again on that difficulty.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Oh, the
so
Cow King, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is where the issue happens, I think.
The
is when you go into this part with like a lot of time on it.
His name
I'm
is
gonna see
Dalmar,
here.
I'm pretty sure, and he's in like a ton of Easter eggs for WoW. So,
yeah,
like,
he was in Curse, I think, the guild, right?
Yeah. So his name backwards is Ramalodni, and that's the name of the cube that you get in Diablo 3.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't realize he was in
Ramalodni.
D3 too.
Yeah, he's in like a ton of stuff.
That's an item in Nax, right? It's like a
Yeah,
frost
there's a ring. There's also Ritzen's ring or something, and that's like Nastir. That was another guy.
I was like sort of half paying attention. What is special about this guy? Ramaladi spelled backwards.
Oh, in Dalamar,
In
he's like,
Dalmar,
he
was
the
he was the warrior, right? That made the warrior kill rate video in WoW Alpha, and like at a time when like everybody thought warriors were terrible, he like made this video. Like he was like killing a bunch of mobs in like not Syrian Gorge, Burning Steppes, and like back then, like it was like a big deal if you could kill like a shitload of mobs in a row in vanilla, and he like figured out a way to make warriors good, and then they got nerfed after he posted the like warrior kill rate video. I think that's the guy.
It's something like that. He did something for sure, but I thought he was the one that found like the legendary or something. But that's fine either way, right? Like,
I think Nastir might have been the legendary guy. I don't know. We can look this up in a sec. I'm sure that info is out there. People in chat might even know.
Let them search it up,
Anybody in chat know the early WoW like deep lore stuff? Like player deep lore? With like Nastir and Dalamar and everything.
Yeah, remember how cool you thought Swifty was for like making his hands glow though?
He was cool back then. He was awesome. I mean, maybe he's still cool. I don't know. I haven't really followed him, but he was definitely on a different level back then. He was ahead of his time, but from what I understand, he didn't really keep up with that. Like, he was really good, and then people like passed him.
Yeah, so yeah, he just like he opened the gate.
He like he stagnated basically.
That was a good neck.
So I remember.
Yeah, not bad.
I remember people like Drake Dog and stuff like that, like all the good like PvPers and stuff. And some of them you'd watch and they were just like, "Oh my god, these guys are fucking amazing." And now you watch them and you're like, "Oh god, they're dog shit." But like some people definitely stayed up, like Drake Dog or whatever. Like some people just stayed like super fucking good.
Vertney, that guy, he was mind blowing back in the day when his first video came out. And
One of my favorite.
Dalamar apparently was like a WoW dev too.
Okay.
I forgot about that part. Designer
So
for
one of my
for Diablo 3. Oh wait, he passed. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, he died like last year. What the hell?
damn, they need another reference now.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was in the guild nerfed. Some players on the Warrior forums gave him the flattering title of the Warrior. And Dalamar's fame stems from a discussion on the Warrior forums during beta testing phase of World of Warcraft. The discussion centered around the possibility that Warrior damage output was far too high, and Dalamar thought it was. Many disagreed, so he filmed a video of himself farming to prove his point. Yeah, the Warrior kill rate video. In a few hours, the discussions thread had several pages worth of replies. Man, remember when that was like the thing? Like
Yeah.
forum posts that like had a few pages of replies. That was like the big deal.
That was essentially what you are now, dude. You're the modern day equivalent of that, dude.
I'm a forum. I mean, I'll take it. Forums are dope.
You're a couple pages of forums. Maybe not
Let's
102,
see.
but maybe
How many
like 50
people?
pages.
How many people do you think post on a WoW head today that have hair? On the WoW forums that have hair on their head?
Not me.
Yeah.
I both don't post there nor have hair.
Just saying.
Same
80% of those
day.
people have to be bald.
Let's see. The same day Blizzard nerfed Fury Tree for Warriors. Yeah, right after. I didn't realize it was that quickly, but yeah, right after he posted that video, Warriors got nerfed.
Yeah, they probably should have done a little bit more nerfing though.
I like to imagine if it wasn't for that one guy, Warriors would have never been changed and it would have just been even more broken.
Wait, the old version of Bloodthirst allowed a 100% crit chance with bonus damage after killing an enemy. Oh, okay. So, yeah. A warrior could start every fight with a huge crit and proc flurry every time. Same ability was also redesigned to become interruptible. Let's see, he's got Ramaladni's Icy Grasp, Ramaladni's Blade of Culling. Oh, that one's coming up in ICC, I think.
Spoiler alert, dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh, his brother's Nistir, the Ritson. Okay. The Ritson items. The guild leader of nerfed. Okay.
It really is like they didn't bother designing any class except for the warrior. Like warrior just
Damn.
seems like it had like 5 times the effort put into it of any other one class.
I mean, it was the first one they made. Like, if you look at their spell IDs, they're all like single and double digits and shit.
Dude, could you imagine, dude? So they made them, and then they're like, "Let's do world buffs," and they're like, "These would be cool." Or what's good for a warrior? Okay, 5%
back in the day, nobody used those world buffs though. Like,
that's not entirely true. We used a shit ton of ZG.
Well, it didn't become an issue.
We used ZG in our Nax. Yeah,
it didn't become a big issue until T5, right? Which is when they originally removed world buffs. It was T5 and TBC.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like the very beginning of TBC, but like SSC, TK were available, and right out the gate in OG TBC. It was like Vaj. That's why it got nerfed, because like they were just like only world buffing for Vaj.
I still don't actually believe that T5 was fully available. Like, okay, I understand that the files for the ID were there, and if you were attuned to it, you could zone in. But I don't believe that every boss in SSC when TBC was released had all the mechanics made. There's no way.
People did the fights though.
Yeah, but it took a couple of weeks at least to get through hit level cap and then get through the first tier, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly when, but at the time players reached it, it was available.
Yeah, once it reached, I don't know.
I mean, it is possible.
It's not that
Who knows?
important. I just think that it wasn't in like a working state. I feel like.
I mean, it wasn't in a working state when players got there either. I mean,
True.
Like, Yeah, every boss was like super buggy. All the trash was really buggy. Obviously, like Kale and Vaj and
Yeah, I mean,
everything was
the
super
thing with
buggy.
trash in TBC is trash hit harder than bosses, right?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, they're like heroics in TBC, like the trash
Dude,
mobs hit
Blood Furnace
harder than
played.
like bosses in
Oh my god,
Wrath
bro.
heroics.
Yeah, I mean, the
Blood
only ones that were
Furnace
hard
was
were Blood
insane.
Furnace, Shadow Labs was kind of tricky, a little bit.
Alcatraz could be a bitch.
I thought nothing compared to Blood Furnace.
Yeah,
Dude,
our Blood
Blood
Furnace
Furnace
was the
was
worst,
insane.
and then there was like a couple other that were a little Pepega.
Yeah.
The first boss of what was the one that the shamans wanted to get their totem from? The first boss of Manitombs, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
I
kind of
I
remember
mean, you
fun.
just
people
had to have
bringing
the
2 healers.
resist set. That was like
Yeah,
the
I
big
remember people
thing.
bringing 2 healers to make that easier also. Which was so funny.
Dude, like we got heroic Architrave like really, really down. We were super good at it, and it took us 40 minutes.
Yeah,
That shit
that's
was
wild.
so long.
I'm excited for Kata Heroics. That shit's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
me too,
Yeah.
actually. And they might do M plus, it sounds like.
The thing with I didn't think Arcatraz was that bad if you kind of cheesed it. You just wanted to bring Hunter with snake traps, and then you could also pop like Barrow's peasant collar and all that shit. So like
Oh, it
they would
wasn't
get.
really the last boss. It was like all the trash. Like you had
It was
to
like
play pretty
lengthy.
careful on like every single pull.
Oh really?
Yeah.
For us, I thought it was the last boss, but like
Yeah,
I
I
mean, the
really
last
don't want to
boss
think about
was
that.
hard. The last boss was like
that bad.
one of the harder bosses in Heroics, but like every pull in there, like every single trash pull had shit that could wipe you.
Or just the in any dungeon that had the ethereal like bandage guys, like whenever they would dash, they would just one shot a caster in like one melee.
I don't know if anything in this expansion though compares to the first hallway in the Oculus now.
First
On
hallway.
Heroic Core
That's
Plus.
probably, yeah, like all the little whelps that like
Yeah,
shoot
when there's like
arcane bolts.
1,000, yeah, and there's like 1,000 mirror image versions of them that show up
Yeah.
and they just
Yeah,
charge you and interrupt everything.
I think that's
Holy
the
shit!
probably the highest damage thing. But there's nothing really scary in Wrath Heroics, so the bar's pretty low.
I mean the not beta but alpha rune, Gundrak and
It is
Draxura
BS.
before they
No
nerfed the
LOS
amount of
there really.
healing was like kind of brutal.
I don't
That
think
was
it's that bad. If the
It
tanks were
wasn't
bad, it was
bad,
absolutely
yeah.
bad.
You just needed to add like the buff to your like nameplate,
Yeah, I mean,
and then it was
obviously having
really
a
easy.
good tank made it easy, but even if you had a good tank, like there would at least be like 1 or 2 packs where like it would get a tick off, right? And that one tick would be like 60% of their
Or a
HP
mastery
essentially. I felt
conch.
like.
Wait, for what? Oh, just for
Yeah,
like
now you just
less
get a fucking
pushback,
poison
or
vial and it's like doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Did I miss
you know?
CA?
Oh, okay.
Trade was fun.
TA was good. Yeah, I ran it a shitload. I liked it though.
ZA was entertaining for like a couple of weeks, and then it became, oh, I just want my trinket and get out of here.
I
Okay,
liked
we
it
bubble that.
because, well, I kind of like 10 man
Yeah,
being
actually like
separate
landed the
from 20.
bleeds.
I don't know that I'm like a huge fan of like Uldor or Nex or.
I loved
kinda-
Ulduar.
Me
No, I liked Uldor, but I'm saying like I kind of like the 10 mans being like a separate thing from the 25 in terms of like separate.
Cataclysm's the
So
one
you're
for
not
you.
doing like the exact same thing over and over.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
But I felt like ZA was like the right length, right? It wasn't like too
It was
long.
quick,
But
yeah.
yeah, so it was like it felt nice for a 10 man.
Uldor was definitely the best raid we've had so far, but it still had a lot of shit bosses in it.
BWL is
Yeah.
pretty cool raid though. Like it's not like the most amazing raid, but it's pretty memorable.
Yeah, BWL is, but part of that is like just like everything else externally involved with raiding, like getting your
Okay.
buffs to go
He
into
got
BWL, getting
the
in
bleed on
safely,
me, so
going
I'm
to
just
get
switching
the
to seal
fucking
light. Okay, we got
fire
second bleed, so I
protection
just gotta
buff
try to live through this.
from UBRS before going into Veil of Straws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was it
We'll
even for Veil or
reapply
it was for
bleed, that's
Firemon,
rough.
right?
We'll proc
Yeah,
here.
for
Got it.
Pharma, yeah.
Might
How long did that
live.
buff last? I thought it was like 3
And
minutes.
like an hour.
Oh, an hour.
Oh man, please no reapply. Okay, nice. We win.
So.
Remember the 30-minute one from Botanica?
Oh yeah, the 300 spell power, dude. That was insane for Pally, because like that was like a little more spell power than you actually had like when you first dinged on a prop Pally. It like over doubled your spell power.
Did people have that little spell power in TBC 300?
As a like fresh 70 prop power, you had usually around like 200. So yeah, and it gave you like 300. It was crazy.
I remember it was like, I don't remember, like week 2 of TBC. You crafted your like your like crafted spell power weapon or whatever.
No, I got it. No, I farmed out Halls of Lightning or whatever.
Oh yeah, you farmed all
Shattered
Halls.
Halls.
Yeah, you farmed out Shattered Halls, and then the
that was like right when you ding, because like you need to like get crit cap, and there's not really gear that has defense and spell power that early, as far as I remember, other than like your heroic set that like you don't have yet when you first ding.
Dude,
I'm actually like really getting an itch for some TPC prop eye again. I don't know why. Like I'm so spoiled with this Wrath prop eye. I just have so many good memories of TPC prop eye.
Died.
I remember at like the end of Sunwell, I was so ready for this Wrath prop eye, and obviously it's fucking awesome, but I never thought I'd want to play a TBC prop eye again.
After like, I don't
but
know, like
I don't know why. I'm just like getting the itch for it already.
And then I died, but because I did the like hack to like create a raid.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
When I died, it put me out of the raid. And when you leave
650 to 750 was like BT Sunwell. Yeah, it depends on what kind of set you were using. I mean, in BT, in my farming set, I think I had like 1200 or something in BT, something like that, and like the farm set. And then like for trash, I would run like 1000, I think.
Got it.
But if I was wearing like a tankier set, it would be like 650, 700-ish.
That's pretty nice.
Like now that we're doing like 5 to 7k DPS on those mobs, it was just like cruising. You know?
Dude, that was such a fun time. Once you got like your tier 6 and everything.
Dude, sometimes
you just look amazing.
Like tonight, I had some crazy thread issues in certain points.
Consecration gets buffed and everything. That was sick. And you get those overpowered gloves. They're like the T6 gloves are just randomly like way over like item budget, and like it never got fixed.
Oh no. That was, okay, so one attempt for whatever
so
reason.
Like they're like Sunwell.
I didn't have Righteous Fury on, and I
equivalent loot basically.
Right? Like, so if it's not on,
because they just have more stats than they're supposed to.
So I just didn't have, and I put it on as you pulled, but taunts off the global. So I put it on and global the taunt.
So you get like Sunwell level loot and Agile.
Or 2 hits
crazy.
for sure. Like, thankfully, you lived in the one. But if it was like a quantum strike or something, you would have been dead for sure. That's when I said, "Oh, I fucked up."
I don't want to do a Stratham daily at 3 a.m.
Oh, remember when you had to do them twice per day?
Don't remind me. That was terrible.
Dude, that show was lit, dude.
Oh my god, staying up till like 6 a.m. server time to do the double daily for 8 badges a day.
Did you ever do that, Subtle?
I'm not sure if I can do that.
But I did that shit
Oh
for
no,
like
I didn't do that at all.
Oh, it was terrible.
I'm gonna let him summon all those, but I'll just do like one side at a time.
Raid of this like ZAZG shit. Like the
Throne of Thunder, it's one of the best raids ever.
Yeah, I guess it was sort of, yeah. I mean, the beginning was troll. They bring these back as 5-mans in Canada. I'm not sure if you knew that.
I actually did do Throne of Thunder. I think I ran through it with Edie and Skelly when we first started playing retail.
Yeah, Throne of Thunder is amazing.
Yeah, it looked really cool. The like bird boss or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, you get to like fly around and shit.
Yeah.
He drops it as a mount too. Wagner.
Yeah. That's sick.
I'm playing
Jaikun or whatever.
I'm playing mop for my green
Target you.
fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seemed really cool.
And I'm gonna kill out
Yeah,
world
challenge
boss.
modes are lit, dude. Challenge modes are lit for
I'm gonna
sure.
kill out world boss and get
Watch your step.
the mount. The flying cloud serpent from the
Oh
world boss
yeah,
kinda.
and it'll
Oh
be
yeah, Jen
actually
never got
rare
that.
again too.
Didn't she get it on
Oh
retail with the bug? Yeah, she got it on
no,
retail with the
I
bug,
was
didn't
thinking
she?
about the other one. No, she had that one. She got that one.
Okay.
The one she didn't have was the one from the Isle of whatever, the like timeless isle, the one that drops from
Right
the
for
one that flies
challenge
around
modes,
there.
dude. Me
Get that one.
too.
Target you.
Yeah, challenge
Dude, the
modes.
Paladin set for challenge mode. So many people still wears that on retail. It's so good looking.
How you doing, Alis?
Wonder if people will sell challenge modes.
Challenge
Oh,
mode,
for sure.
like
Assuming
it
they
sounds
do
like they
mop.
might do M
They
plus
did
too,
them
because like they're
Mop
talking
was,
about doing that for
like
Kata.
relevant. We
So,
we formatted
dude,
them.
if there's like M
easily.
plus and mop too,
Like, they were
oh
a
my
joke.
god.
They were like the early renditions of Mythic
Yeah,
Plus.
I guess I just mean like by the time we get to mop, is the hard content of mop hard for the modern player? I guess by the time we get there, it'll still be pretty hard.
Watch your step.
I mean, there's
Mop?
definitely gonna be people that'll buy them.
I mean,
Yeah.
with just the challenge modes are they hard?
Yeah, no, they're not hard.
Yeah.
The gap probably gets
Like
closer.
they take some time to like get used to, but your item level set, right? So like
Mhm.
you basically just want to like prioritize your best
Target
stats
you.
and then just
So
go in
it's just a transmog set you get from challenge mode, is that it?
there. And mounts, yeah.
Was there a title? I can't remember.
Yeah, you also get, what's really important about them actually is you get a teleport too to the dungeon. That was super important because remember it
do
was
you?
basically like having a wormhole.
I never did them back in the day because I didn't have anybody to run them with. But
Oh, what the fuck?
well, I mean, I tried them a couple times, but I didn't have like a group for them.
Oh yeah,
I was pretty
format them.
casual
We were
at that
selling
time.
them for a shit ton, like a world tour or whatever. It was like 150K or something.
The Warlock challenge mode set's kinda
Like Illidan looking.
I don't know about that one. It's
The
like
Paladin one is sick.
it's like a proto demon hunter. It's kinda weird.
The Paladin one is sick. The Shaman one I have, which has Blastoise shoulders.
Pa-
Mhm.
yeah, the shaman shoulders are good. The paladin one's okay. I would prefer a different color for it.
I can mob
Color
people's
for
sold
Paladin.
CM runs
I
like
like the
crazy.
mage
That's what I
one.
remember
Mage
too.
is sick. I think
like-
all of them are pretty sick. Like the little
Last
like
rated
animation
mop
stuff.
was
Freeze
when they
one's
introduced
lame.
mythic
The
rating.
warrior one's also kind of meh.
Yeah, but hold on.
It was in the
What
pre-patch.
makes
It
them
was in the
unique also
WOD
is their
pre-patch.
animations,
They
right?
brought
Like
that
especially
in.
the shoulders.
So yeah,
So, like,
it
for
was
instance,
available
Priest,
as like
every time he
mythic
casts a
during the
heal, your
pre-patch.
shoulders like light up while you're healing. Like they get brighter and brighter, and then when the heal finishes, they like they have
I
like an
like
explosion of light.
yeah. I think my favorites. I like the Death Knight, the Druid, and the Mage ones. Those are
Oh,
my
the Death
favorite.
Knight's sick. The Death Knight's sick for
Yeah.
sure.
The Druid one's also really nice. But like, if you're in form, you're not seeing it, so it's like.
No, but in Mop you have you have glyphs, like minor glyphs that are aesthetic, right? So
Oh,
like
so you
for
can be a
instance, you can
human.
do. Yeah, there's like one for Boomkins that makes you like astral version of yourself. You're like
Oh
bluish,
shit.
like starry, instead of
Yeah.
a Moonkin.
Let's see.
And then you get to play Farmville, dude.
Everybody bought it
Yeah,
after
don't
Blizz
get your
announced
weapon
it was
changed to be,
gonna
like,
be removed.
cosmetic.
Yeah,
Or something.
that's a good way
There you
to
Glyphs
drive
changed
business
where
for that
they're-
kind
yeah,
of
they're
stuff
not like
when you
useful
find
or
out it's
whatever,
going
they're
away.
just
Yeah.
cosmetic, yeah.
Well, I thought there's a
For Kata, I
glyph,
bet
like there's a
they'll
demo
still let
glyph
you
in
run
Mop
old ZG
that
and ZA
makes
for
demog
mounts.
able to tank or something. I heard.
Like they
Like,
kept
some
Ani
actual,
in,
like,
so
game-changing
it kind of seems like they're like setting a precedent for
Well,
that.
maybe
But
there's like
maybe it'll
like
be
the
different.
majors do something. I don't know. Actually, I don't recall. I know at some point they become just like totally cosmetic, right?
I wonder how
What's
many other things like
so
that they would like
Kata's
keep in.
85, Mop is 90, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty weird having going up only 5 levels. I guess each level takes twice as long to get or something.
It
Though.
was pretty quick. It
Kata's
was
very
like
fast.
I did I did 80 to 85 in like one night. Like I just stayed up all night and I got 85.
There's 5 zones. Every zone basically gives you like 2 levels. Like
Yeah,
you can literally
Hajjal
do,
you
like,
do to 82 or
yeah,
wait.
then you do like
and then
then you do,
Deep
like,
Home
Deep
to 83 and then Tolvir to
and,
84 and then Twilight Highlands to 85.
Yeah.
I'm
You don't
skipping
even
the
do
underwater area.
yeah.
Not
You don't
going
even
there.
You also don't even like do all of Tolvir. You don't do all of like Deep Home. You know what I mean?
You
Like you do
you
like the back
definitely want to
areas.
do all of Deep Home because that's where you
Oh,
like unlock your
correct,
shoulder
correct.
enchants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Twilight Highlands was pretty dope though, but you can also like the dungeon quests were also worth like a shit ton, and like some of them unlocked through doing the entire zone, just like they do now. But some of them didn't, like Twilight, whatever, or what's that one called? Grim Batol. Like, and that one had like 3 quests, and it was like totaled for a shit ton of experience in your bar, and then like
Wait. Oh,
doing
did
the
WOTLK have
first
challenge
Blackrock
mode
one
too?
was like
I
a
didn't really
decent
play
chunk of
WOTLK.
experience.
Wait, the zone's cool in Kata, the new zones?
I didn't love them.
I kind of
I'll
like
take
them.
that as a no.
I mean, I actually really like the low level revamp stuff. All those
Me
zones
too.
were really cool.
My favorite zone in the game is
I think
Hillsbrad.
those get like way too much hate. I think they're pretty fucking awesome.
Did they redo Hillsbrad again in like a second time in like
I
year
have
3
no
or
idea,
something?
but when Cata comes out, please do me a favor and do it at least on one tune. Do Hillsbrad for me, please. It's literally like one of the best zones ever.
Dude,
It's
best
just a
one is
joke.
Badlands.
What level range is it?
Badlands is pretty good with the Cataclysm quest. It's like 20.
Yeah.
It's like the same, like 20 to 30,
So okay.
and you bang out levels like very quickly. And then some of the quests are like there's like a Ring of Blood event there now too.
Did they
really cool.
update Stone Talon in Cat, or is it still irrelevant?
Yeah,
It's better,
every single zone gets updated. Stone Talon's pretty cool.
yeah, it's better for sure. It's a little lengthy because you still have to like run around, and it's still like because of its like terrain, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get through.
It's one of like
Don't you take
my
like a
most like
blimp or something, or a hot air balloon everywhere?
There is a hot
Oh
air balloon
shit!
for some quests, but I
Didn't
don't think you
realize
have
I
to like
had that
ride it the whole
shit.
time.
Speaking of Stone Talon, have you guys ever seen the Wells Darkest Secret
Yeah,
video?
that show was so
I
stupid.
don't think so.
No, dude, don't tell him, dude. Let him watch.
Oh
He's
wait,
gotta
he
watch
doesn't
it.
know. Watch it
Don't
on stream. Watch it
even
on stream.
tell.
Watch it on
Oh
stream.
man.
You should watch it on stream, dude.
Oh, you should actually.
It would actually be
watch
All
enjoyable.
right, hold
watch
up.
it react.
I've almost finished my bear run. 1 second.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be tonight, but it's because it's like a 20-minute video or something. I think.
That's
Oh
enough
damn.
time. It's not too long.
Well, dude, don't tell him what he can and can't do. Dude. Jeez,
Okay, he's on this boss.
I'm not
Alright.
even. I'm not even gonna wait for AD. I'm just going to. I think we're fine.
This is what we do every night. And Golf Subtle just comes in here and solos bosses.
Just
So,
hanging out. I'm ready to heal more.
I need. They need to announce ICC at least PTR in like the next week. I've never seen my guild be this dead. It's insane. Like I go on anytime that we're not raiding and it's less than 5 people online and everybody's just playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get it soon, right? Because it's normally 6 weeks from the time like first raid test happens to when it actually launches, and then
Yeah, like 4 to
usually
6.
the PTR comes up like 2 weeks before the first raid test, and like
I imagine
they test like the H plus and shit like that.
Yeah, like we're like even if next week, like if we get a PTR announcement at the end of this week, at their best case scenario, we're still looking at TOGC being like a 15-week phase, which is way longer than I think a lot of people thought.
Yeah,
Or
like
like a 14-week phase, right? And it's like I
typical
think that's
phase is like 16 to 20. I thought for sure it would be like a 14-week phase, which
it's looking like it
it
might be
feels so
longer.
long. Yeah, no, it's like at this point it's for sure like a 16, 17, 18-week phase.
That's so
the craziest.
It is kind of wild. Like I never imagined they'd keep
I
TOGC
feel like
as the thing for that
if
long.
anything, it's actually just because they like were working on
Bryant, welcome.
hardcore. Like it's like
Yeah,
people
it could
know how
be.
to resources, right? And it's like there is actually a lot of things you need to work on and consider for Ice Crown. Like it is a big
Oh, it's
patch
a
from what
huge patch. It's the biggest
right?
one yet, for sure.
Yeah, like it is actually gonna be a lot of work. So I think it's that they want it to be this long, but it's looking like it's gonna be a long phase.
I mean, you got I think biggest raid. Maybe older has more bosses, but all these ones have like heroic modes, and you've got 3 new heroics. You've got now I guess 5 different difficulties for the new dungeons, because I think there's a normal mode for them, and then there's also like the heroic.
Yeah, there's normal and heroic.
And you have to like also test like the brand new like H+++, and then there's like some new items that come out, like the Harris Pilton bags. It's like a ridiculous phase.
H3, dude. H3, dude.
H3s.
H cubed.
And what for the new because for Trial of a Champion, like the new 5-man,
Mhm.
it only had a beta. It didn't have an alpha version, right?
Oh, really?
Wait, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
didn't know
for
that
like
actually.
ICC ones, there will just be like a gamma or
Hmm.
whatever it ends up
Okay.
being. There won't be a. At least I'm pretty sure that's the trend. So that there won't be a.
Yeah, that makes
beta or
sense. I
alpha.
mean, if they already like set that precedent, that's what I would expect. I actually had no idea.
Yeah.
Dude, are you gonna go farm that trinket, dude, for your certain fights?
Which one?
Never melting ice.
Never melting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it instantly replaces scale for because corruption snapshotting.
So
So
stupid.
Mhm.
So wild, dude.
it's a
So wild.
very good trinket.
So
but it's not
5-man trinket or?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be
Yeah.
from Pit of Saren, you're gonna have to be running it for
Yeah, it's on use every 2-minute cooldown, and it gives you 920 crit rating, and then every subsequent non-periodical crit that you deal lowers your crit rating by like 100, right? But you use it to basically snapshot your corruption
Oh,
with that
this was
initial
pretty
crit rating,
nice,
and then you
dude.
go through
In
every fight with your corruption being
TBC.
giga juiced on crit as a warlock.
Well, solo bear run, we got it. Definitely do a lot more damage than I did in phase 1.
Alright, this is the boss you haven't killed yet, right? No?
Yeah. I barely tried him though. With the new strat, it should be pretty easy, hopefully. And I got way more gear.
Bro, fix your bags. Oh my god, this is.
What? They're
You
beautiful. Wait, what are you talking
need
about? They're
150
beautiful.
You don't need 115 indestructible.
What? Yeah, dude.
Dude, you don't know about Subtle, dude. He does need 115. I don't know if you've seen him, but the other night...
What are those honeyman dues for? What are those fucking random...
What?
He's gonna drink that, dude.
Because I need to drink sometimes. I need mana. We're proper. I'm so blanked. Yeah, it's a bag shaving stream. What the fuck? I have the most beautiful bags.
Oh no, one is like the new badge trinket, I'm guessing.
Dude, someone's calling on
Yeah.
chat, dude. This thing is a shaming stream.
Whiff of Indomitability. I do have 3 of these old tier helms though. I actually need to get rid of one of them.
I know, okay, maybe you are. Are you actually using that ancient corner store grimoire? Are you actually using that shit?
I tried it out one time. It was like 2k damage for a whole boss fight, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm too lazy for that. I do need to put that in the bank.
Is that Diamond Flask? Do you just have Diamond Flask?
No, it's the dwarf.
Thing.
It's the dwarf.
Boot, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna go dwarf right now, dude. It's getting plenty of use.
Yeah, dude.
I've never.
Used it at least once a year.
I've never.
And I've got bobble. I've got my fishing pole somewhere, so in case I do like lurker below, I'm ready to go.
Telescope up there next to the Nightmare Seed, dude. What is that?
Oh, that's Spyglass of the Hidden Fleet. I got that when I was in SSC today.
Yeah, gotta keep that. Gotta keep that as a.
I mean, that like, dude, so many Spyglass memories from TBC. Just every single trash pull it drops.
Dude, it drops so much, dude. Wasn't there one trash drop that we always needed from there, and it just never would drop?
From SSC trash.
The neck or the druid weapon.
We saw
the druid weapon a lot.
Yeah, druid
There's
weapon.
I think like a rat.
Which class is going goblin?
I remember us.
Wait, doesn't ICC have good BOE?
I don't think I'm going goblin on anything.
Not
I mean, I'll have to take a look. Maybe I will. I really hate their animations though, so I'll probably just like look for any reason not to be one.
I think there's like some rings that are pretty good.
Ice Crown Citadel trash drops. It's 264 item level.
The racial is
are they
very
all
nice
BOEs?
though.
Yeah, they're all BOEs. So I mean, they'll
Like,
still be sold
can't sleep on it,
264.
but
They'll be worth a lot. But if you're rolling in
I don't
with
know.
like 2
Because like I'm gonna
GCS
be maining Blood
as a
DK,
caster, there is
and having
nothing to
like a
be
little
excited
jump would be
for.
really nice. I
There
mean,
you
that's
go.
actually
I'll
what
tell
I
you
was
this much
playing
right
on
now.
Kata on the private server,
Subtle
and
just
I
soloed
really fucking hate
Hagen for 30 minutes.
the animations
Like
though.
30
So
minutes, he just soloed Hagen. He got some boots,
I will
dude.
be
Sold for
looking for
2K.
any reason to not be a goblin.
BOE boots, dude.
That's sick.
They
Yeah,
sold in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, they sold in 3 minutes, dude.
Or how about those hit boots?
hand
Hitting
about
armor
him.
pen.
No,
I didn't buy
it was some guy named like Handorod or something. It was something like that.
I'm sure that was a handout.
It wasn't me, dude. It was Handorot.
There's some good like holy paladin BOEs in here, but aside from that, maybe a rusted boomkin shoulder.
I also
Wait, he
taught
only has 573k.
Subtle of his
Holy
people,
shit.
dude. His town today.
Okay, so I need to
He
keep
didn't
some
realize
of
there was
these
2
alive.
auction houses in Silverman City.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Did you know that's also super close to the engineering and jewel
All right,
crafting
I'm
fair
gonna
there,
try
too, so you
just
can do all
not
this
killing
for
any of
free
them, but I may need to
every
kill some of them. But I need to keep like
You know, it's kind of crazy.
for
I
sure
found
at
out
least
that
one of them alive, so he
assassination
heals
rogues don't
that.
even use. Well, I shouldn't say they don't use. I don't think they even. The last dagger's not their best dagger. Fuck, what's that dagger called? I want to say King's Fall, but that's a
That sounds
next
good.
one. The one that
Oh,
drops
dude,
off
this
Lich
might be
King,
really
it's
easy.
like 12 items levels higher. It's not even their best.
Because it's a 1.8 or something?
That's not even it, I don't think, but the other 1.8 you use gives you like energy. I forget what it's called.
I bet you if it was... Listen, I bet you if it was orange and the stats were
Oh, he
exactly
should
the
heal
same,
now, right?
more people would use
After
it.
this, I think that's when he
Yeah,
like
I
becomes a
think it's
pally,
close, and I'm sure
right?
people will still get it because it's
Oh no, it's the soul siphon. Okay.
final boss.
Oh,
Subtle's trying to
man, that one
convince Soft
died,
right now to give him the
unfortunately.
fucking Shadowmourne just because he can use
Wait,
it.
is it after this?
Yeah,
Oh
let's
shit.
what's
Oh,
the
okay.
highest item level person?
Oh, I
you've seen
shouldn't
so far
have.
this phase?
I should have kicked that. I need him
I
to
don't know.
actually use
Gear
that.
score wise, we have
Gear
people with
score I
like
meant to stag with.
5,800, I think.
Okay, he's got a heal again here, right? Okay.
I'm
Okay.
almost
Okay,
at
we're good. We're good. We're good.
And Combo, have you seen The Gang? The website, The Gang?
740.
No, I have not. Alright, look at this hand. I inspected our enhancement shaman yesterday. I was laughing. I had no idea he was this high. It's so stupid.
Let's see, hold
Oh, I shouldn't have probably thrown that. Oh well.
on. Yeah, that's gross.
What item level?
5872.
Oh,
What item
heal him?
level is that?
Nice, nice. Okay.
It's 254. The gear score is a lot higher than item level. Like I'm 254 item level, but his gear score is like over 100 higher than mine.
Watch your feet.
Yeah, cause I'm 254 as well.
It's
and I was
because of Valinor, like his enhancement shaman with Valinor, so it pads his gear
okay.
score, I think.
Yeah, we should be fine. Oh man, the other one's so low. Oh, I need
Yeah,
him
I
to
got a
heal
rank
that thing.
3 Iron Council parse last night, and I was looking, and the top dude is
Okay.
250.
I might be alright. I don't know.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, look at this guy.
Can I?
Crazy.
Oh, okay.
Look,
I guess
check
we're
this
killing
this
that.
site out.
The gang
Couple.
site. Yeah, I'm checking.
5951. Disc Priest. 256 eye level.
Fuck.
Okay. Well, that was pretty
This
easy.
makes sense though. 'Cause
You just
there's,
gotta leave all his ads up. It's kind of a joke.
58s for every slot plus the 272.
Yeah, he could be even higher with Cry Valkyr instead of XT neck.
LOH reset on boss kill.
And then vault. So he could be.
I feel like no, right?
No, he
I don't actually
would
know.
be
I don't think it does.
50,
I'm pretty sure that's like the only thing that doesn't.
if he had what he was missing.
I remember they had like a post about it, like when they first added like the boss reset shit, and they're like super iconic like class abilities aren't gonna reset like Lay on Hands and Army of the Dead, but then they changed to Army. I don't think they ever changed Lay though. I feel like it's on cooldown a lot for me, so I don't think. But can you not mount here? Why do I like have memories of mounting
If I
here?
bought Death's Choice and got a cape tonight, if we didn't
Yeah, I don't think it
I
does
can't
either.
believe that fucking
Not go
happened.
50? I might have been over 5,800.
I can't even believe that happened, dude. That's so frustrating.
Oh, what happened?
One of our soakers basically DC'd.
That's not a wipe. Just 'cause, I
I
mean,
mean, 3 orbs came
Well,
in at the same
yeah,
time or some shit.
nobody knew also, which was like
yes.
the bigger issue.
Well, how many soakers did you have out? Right? Because if you had like, if you're trying to do like a low amount of soakers, like 3 and one of them DC, that's understandable. But like the standard people do is 5, right? And at 5, it's like 5 is overkill, I
Yeah,
think.
we do 4. We do 4.
4, okay, that sort of makes a bit of sense, I guess. If 4 and 1
Like,
DCs,
yeah, and they like 2 of them came in like right past him.
okay,
And he said he goes, I typed it in chat. Like, who's what?
okay, because like we do 5 in our splits, and it's like a lot of times like soakers are going into each other's
Oh, one of
quadrants
the
just
healers
because it's
wasn't
like
healing spec, and they're supposed to be. Ooh.
not too many.
Are they
Yeah, they'll do
quadrants
it.
if there are 5 of them?
They'd be uh pentance, like a pentagon,
I figured
penta
this boss
5,
would be really easy. So far it
pentazones,
is,
whatever.
but
Okay, 5
I'm
zones.
trying to remember if there maybe were like harder phases. The bear phase, I remember it actually like killed me a couple times in like TBC. I guess we'll see though. This one's bear phase, I think, right? Yeah. I'm actually gonna wings here.
Would be
Try to
a
get through this one a little bit quicker.
quadrant
Oh, the paralysis. Okay, yeah. We just cleansed
Farhunter
that.
was there today.
I feel like he randomly did super spiky damage though
Sector, dude.
in TBC. It probably doesn't matter here. If he doesn't do like his bleeds,
Yeah, it was
that's like
unfortunate.
the main danger of him. Like the actual
I mean,
bear
if they came in,
boss.
so like in combo, if like the 2 orbs came in on either side, we would have been fine. But they literally hit at the same time,
I
so he
think
didn't soak
it's
either
totally
of the 2 that
fine.
came
I
in at the
don't
same
think
time.
I'm in any danger
run
here.
up.
So we're just gonna
Yeah, it's unlikely.
judge Wiz.
But it's all good. We took time to like mess around with the noob a little bit. So my favorite part also was that we normally 5 heal it just for safety or whatever, and one of our healers just was boomkin all night because he didn't realize he was even supposed to heal.
Oh man. Oh yeah, these knock you back. Oh Jesus! And if you do top down, you like can't even see them.
Which would, in hindsight, would be fine. As
Oh
long
my
as we
god,
could, like,
this is
heal it.
actually terrible. Because they all follow me. Oh okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I just gotta do like this,
Did
right?
Sunset die?
Oh man, it's
Communication.
cutting through. Okay. Oh no,
Where to point with the phase?
Mine?
I thought
Huh?
it
dude,
did.
this
Maybe
is the one
lost
I
you.
should have.
You cut out for a
I
second.
should
No, I
have
think I cut out
wings
because solo
for.
stream like went like digitized for a second.
Oh.
Whoa, full robotic.
Alright, sounds fine.
Dude, did you see that? I jumped the shit out of that. I just broke
I
those
know,
tornadoes'
we're at the
ankles.
point where it's like, and like we're not a parse guild. Like this whole expansion, it's like parsing has never been the goal, but people are so bored now to where all the DKs
Oh my god,
are
I
like,
can't get close
yo,
enough to like even
we
use
should like
melee
giga stack
abilities.
one of our
This hitbox is
rosters
awful.
with all mains, so that way we can
Yeah, I'm just like
phase a
running
noob
through
and
them.
get some
I don't care if I get knocked. I
99s.
just gotta like
we're
land
down.
abilities on them.
Yeah, that's what we
I
were
can
messing
drop
around with
cons on
today,
like
and I wanna see how
the
close we
like
were, but
perimeter too.
definitely not enough DKs,
Yeah.
unholy DKs for this group at least.
All right, knock me
We
this
definitely
way.
could one phaser, but it's just kind of like we do 5 splits. And I'm sure if we stacked all mains, the other splits would still be fine, but I just want to guarantee 50 out of 50s. Like so far, we've only failed 50 out of 50 twice. Our very first run, and then our
It
run like
looks
2
like
weeks
I'm
ago.
kind of okay to just like run in and get
Consistently getting.
onto. I don't know why I
It's
holy
like
shit
the
it,
horses, like
but
2 weeks ago too, right?
I think
Yeah,
I'm.
we've gotten
As long
2
as I
so
have
far
decent
now.
HP, I can just
2
actually
death
run in
machines.
here and just. I'm gonna have to stop soon because I'm missing a lot of HP, but it's a good way to get damage. I've almost pushed phase though. Oh.
I don't know
Alright,
why
push
it's called
phase.
the Black Crusaders Warhorse still. Like nothing about the
Alright,
horse is
that's
black,
actually the
it's, like,
strat.
brown
You
and
just
white.
want to like run into those
The armor's
tornadoes
white
over
and
and
the
over
horse
again
itself
so you
is
can
brown.
actually attack him like briefly. I don't think this guy really did much. The Dragon Hawk had a couple things. I don't think it'll matter at all
Though. Like
at
less
80,
than
but
It is.
0.1% of people have it.
oh, he doesn't pounce tank, right? So he doesn't actually do anything. There's some fights like this where like they just don't use abilities on tanks, so like They don't do like a single thing.
So you gotta put a dummy down just so he rips it.
I know, right? Just so he does something. Like, I feel bad
Yeah,
for
the
him.
drought,
Like,
dude. The drought, dude.
this cat has been neutered.
Yeah,
Wow,
since we're on different servers, if you're just gonna, you know, solo shit for gold or to kill time, late at night once you're done everything else, you should go into that cave in Stranglethorn to try to kill the guy that drops a chromatic sword for Kata. It adds a glow effect in Kata for
Chromatic
friend
sword.
one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
chromatic
where's
sword.
this guy at?
It's a rare in a cave in Stranglethorn. If you just look up in
Oh.
Wowhead, you'll see the cave location. It
Uh-huh.
has no effect right now, but it gets removed from the game in Kata. So if you still have it from prior to Kata, they add a glow effect to it, like a unique
Well,
glow.
it sells for a shit ton in retail.
I feel like it's gonna be there might be a couple Grot people over there now. We'll
Well,
see. It might be a little contested. That's good info though. Nice. I like it.
when I'm up at like dead hours, I just go see
Yeah,
for
yeah.
stuff. And it's like sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Is it one of those like 8 to 10 hour respawn kind of things?
Anti's
Yeah.
there now. Anti's there now.
Yeah, Anti's definitely